大家好，欢迎来到 Discovery Chinese Class。我叫 Augustus 老师你们都认识我。or rather, I hope you guys know me. If you guys don't know me, na nimekuwa kwa hizi sura zenu all this time. I don't know what to tell you guys. So, 现在maybe my 学生们他们可以you want to say hi to the people?
大家好，欢迎你们。
非常好，非常好。你叫什么名字？What is your name?
对不起，我叫 Tabi。
非常好，你叫 Tabi。好吧。So today, guys, you remember last week we started something we tulianza kajani kadogo, and now I'm hoping you guys are excited to finish that tiny journey. Was it a journey, Tabi? Was it though? Tabi? What do you think? Are you excited to continue with the story last week?
Hey, it was a journey. I'm very excited. Ninawashawashwa. I want to know what happens next.
Ni vizuri kama mnawashawashwa. That's how it's supposed to be. To be. So guys, I don't know if you guys can remember last time we were talking about some two friends of mine called Jane and Mary. And Jane and Mary were here discussing about, they were discussing, walikuwa na sengenya kidogo, about Shay, about I believe it was Mary's, about Mary's anniversary.
Yeah.
Yes. So I remember it was I remember Mary was talking about how Zhou Nian, remember Zhou Nian Zhou Nian anniversary. Yes, Zhou Nian. So it was a Duihua. Do you guys remember what a Duihua is? I'm interested to know by the way what you guys Anyway, so it's good if you guys can remember Zhou Nian, and it's good that. So guys, please remind me any new one that you got from the last Duihua from last time's Duihua, and somebody please remind me what the word Duihua means. Duihua Shamayis. Somebody please remind me. Before my Xueshang men reminds us, I want maybe somebody, hopefully in the chats, if you can remember, although Tabi, you can say it quickly. What is that Duihua?
A Duihua is a dialogue.
非常好，非常好。对话就是dialogue. Now,
老师我听不清楚。
听不清楚吗？
现在听，现在我听。
好。Guys, I hope you guys can hear me from YouTube. If you guys can't hear me, please let me know. So that maybe it's my internet. Maybe she was.
不是我觉得是我的网络不好。
好。Now, guys, so let me share my screen and we can continue with where we left off. Last time. Where we left off. Okay. So guys, I'm still interested to know which words you guys can remember. I really want to know, by the way. Please type for me some of the vocabularies that we went last time, and let me see if you guys are able to remember any of them. If you guys are able to remember any of them. How? So I think without further ado, maybe we can just share the screen. 现在怎么样？看清楚这个 PPT 吗？
我看清楚。
好 so these first ones we went through, and so the topic will still remain the same, 对话 which means dialogue, as Tabitha had told us. I hope you guys were able to remember. That 对话 means dialogue. So let's continue with the story. How about let's go, because I think we're a bit further than this. way further than this, I believe. So okay. I think we end up beyond. Okay. So we remember the last thing that she said was, after the first date, she realized that he was her ideal kind of boyfriend. So today, let's try and figure out, wait, Shama, why did she think so? Why did she now one day imagine, okay, then this is the guy for me. So let's see what happened maybe in the first date. So Tabby, do we share Zinti and the Shanks?
开会 meeting
非常好 meeting
马上 means immediately
马上非常好马上 immediately
就行 I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. To hold a meeting.
就行 you see it's a third tone and then a second tone, so you can say
行
非常好就行
to hold a meeting or a strike.
Like to yani ako kamkutano so kama ni strike, kama ni meeting, like I don't want people to say it's to hold kushikilia. It's not kuhold kushikilia, it's like it is the word kuhost. I think it's just to hold, like to hold a meeting or something. Yes, to hold a meeting kamkutano about anything, so it's juicing.
张甜 the whole day.
The whole day, 非常好 the whole day 非常好
地上 on the ground.
On the ground.
On the ground.
Yes, on the ground. Literally on the ground. See, ile kwa ground vitu ni different.
I'm waiting to see where we will use 地上
D means the ground. Okay?
Yeah.
The ground. So 地上 on the ground. Yes.
纸 paper.
纸就是 paper. 非常好 paper. Karatasi. So how do you call karatasi? 纸 非常好. So now let's continue with the story. Let's go on with the story. Let's see now how we are going to use these words. So do you want to be Mary or do you want to be Jane? Because you can be one and I be the other one.
Jintian, let me be Jane.
Okay. So Jintian,
Bushu. I will be Mary. Yeah. Let me continue being Mary.
Okay. No problem. May wenti. So let us continue then. So Tabitha is Mary, then I am Jane. Then the first sentence is. So let's enact it and then we decipher, just like last time. Okay. So we enact and then we decipher. So Jishuba.
那天开会让我太累了。开会以后我马上就回家了。
你们几个小时就行了开会？
真甜。到门口的时候，我发现了地上放着一些画，画上贴着一张纸。
非常好。So let's decipher that meaning and then sasa tuienact with ka feeling kidogo.
Yes.
Let's decipher this and then sasa tukuje to. Now guys, we said kai hui means a meeting, right? So now Tabitha, try to decipher the meaning of this sentence. 告诉我们什么意思？
那天is that day. 开会 meeting 让我like caused me 太累了 is very tired. 开会 meeting 以后就是 after. 我马上 I immediately 马上是 immediately 就 回家啦, like I went home. Like after the meeting, I immediately went home, right?
非常好, yes. After the meeting, I immediately went home. So the meeting made her very tired.
Very tired.
So immediately she went home. That's what happened that day. Okay. And then Jen says, 你们几个小时就行了开会. So 你们, you guys, remember men is adding plural. 你 means you. So when you say 你们, it's you, but plural. So you guys, it's like saying you guys, 几个小时. Now 小时 is hour, an hour. So 几个, remember 几 means how many. So 几个小时. So you guys, how many hours? 就行了. Hold the meeting. 就行了开会. 就行了开会. How many hours did you guys have that meeting? How many hours did you guys hold that? So how long was that? How long was that meeting? 非常好. And then Mary, try to decipher your sentence again.
Wow. You will help me on this one. 整天 整天 我觉得 we have said 整天 is the whole day.
The whole day. 非常好.
The whole day.
So here you enact it with 整天 you know, is like urumiwe, right?
Yeah, 整天
like it's like saying just imagine.
Like the whole day. I'm also like, wow, the whole day.
Hey, 整天
Dao, it means to like up to.
Yes.
门口的时候，老师帮我。
好的。门口是什么？ What is man? Man 是什么？ Man
to open. 我觉得是 to open.
不是开 is to open. So we say 开门. The man is the.
Oh, the action. The action.
No. Kai is the action of opening, right? Opening. Now, man is the door.
Oh, man is the door.
The door. Yes, man is the door. And now tell me, ko, shama is ko.
Ko is mouth, like ko alone is mouth.
Yes, it's mouth.
Yes.
So when you say man ko, it's like the mouth of the door.
Yeah.
So it is the entrance.
Hapo kwa mlango.
Hapo kwa entrance is the menko. So dao, menko, dao. Kufika, because remember dao is to arrive. Arrive. So dao, menko. Kufika hapo kwa entrance. So when I reached, so dashiho, right? Dashiho. So when I arrived at the entrance. You see, she's immediately going back home. When she figured tu hapo kwa entrance ama hapo kwa gate, right?
Yeah.
What happened?
Let me see. 发现了地上.
We said 地上是
地上.
You remember bako kasema ati nataka kuona vile utatumia hii dish.
On the ground. On the ground. This ground. Yeah, dishang on the ground.
She on the ground. So fashion, remember we said fashion is to discover, to realize.
To realize.
On the ground.
Fang is like is it to place? To place something.
Yes,
to place. Yeah. 放着一些花, like 一些 is some, then 花 is flowers. So she realized like on the ground there were some flowers.
Guys, please tell me on the chat. Okay, anyway, wacha tuendelee kidogo kwanza. There's something I want you guys to tell me. So on the ground, there are some
flowers.
And then
Huashang is like on top of the flowers. Teardrop. I have not studied what TA is. TM.
Now remember when we're talking about social media, remember it was to post. So this
to post.
Even when we were talking about trends, we said they used tears are the tuanlian on the doorway, on the door. So tier is tikisha. kustikisha kitu.
Oh,
like
okay.
Stickers and you put them on a paper or something. That's tie. So huashang tieja, kuna kitu imestikishwa on the flowers. Let's see.
On the flowers.
Yes. So huashang tieja sama.
Is one. Jang is the measured for like flat objects, which in this case is the dr paper. Hey,
so akafika kwa entrance akarealize hapa kwa nini kuna flowers, on top of the flowers they like wamestikisha
like papers.
So let's continue with this story and see where this story is going.
Yeah.
Let's see where the story is going. How. So we share take a 词汇上手
达到 Is it 达到
Yes, 得到
就是 to receive.
Now this word 得到 can be used in different ways, but for now let's just use it to mean to receive.
地点
It's location. I wrote my own things anyway.
Hey, you almost gave me some prize.
Am I an English teacher? Bullshit. So it's location. So 地点就是
location. 地图就是 map.
非常好。
浪漫
非常好。浪漫就是
romantic. I can already see where this romantic is being applied.
Okay. 我们继续吧。
正好 just right or precisely.
Now,
then
let me just give a small explanation about this word 正好 I know like I've written here just right, precisely, but let me explain like what it means. Have you ever like gone maybe to buy something, like let me say a pair of shoes, right? You needed a pair of shoes. Or let me say it was with this one time where nilikuwa natoka home from university and I had taken all my money on the road. Nilikuwa nimebakisha 70 bob. So nilikuwa nimejiambia like, hey, if ikiweza kuwa hata 75 nalala tao. Now, when I reached hapo kwa mat, kulikuwa so nikajiambia tu naivua hiyo fare nini imepanda, and I was just like, kai leo mimi sijui nitafanyaje. But kupika hapo, that fare was 70 shillings exactly. It was just that 70 what I had. So that is 正好. You see, 正好.
正好.
Yani if anything ingekuwa any different, you'd be screwed. So it will just be 正好. That's now what 正好 means, okay?
Yeah. 刚 to do.
Now, gan is like 做. I know you guys know 做. Like, shama, what are you doing? Or ni 做了shama. Now you can use the word gan. Gan is also kufanya, to do. Ni gan shama, what do you do? Ni gan shama, or ni sai gan shama, what are you doing? So gan is also to do. Now, so Jane, so tuliacha story kama Mary amepata flowers, and like flowers there was like a
paper,
paper, right? So now Jane asks, so I'm Jane, okay, so I'm Jane, you're Mary, right? How?
Yeah.
纸上写着什么？
请开心的达到这些，还有我们俩见面的地点的地图。
和地图。Yes. 我的天哪，太浪漫了！可是你没有车。So let's decipher this thing for us. So guys, if you I understand what's going on, let's try and decipher this this message together. This what's going on. So Jen is asking. So you remember tuliacha kama umse amepata flowers, and then the flower those are tieja, right? Tieja ijang ji. Those a piece of paper stuck on the flower. So ji shang on the paper. Xie shama. So xie is to write. So you can see Jane venye nika kimbelembele nika gossip that. So kakwapa kanauliza haya na kwa pepa imeandikwa nini? Hapo kwa pepa kulikuwa kumeandikwa nini? Are you supposed to tell people what's written in the cards when you're receiving flowers? Anyway, let's see what Mary does. Then Mary tried to decipher what Mary says. So she says, unaona iko in quotes.
Yeah.
So what's written?
Ching is please. It mostly means like please. Kaixin is to feel happy. To feel happy. Da dao to receive. This.
Right? These. So now, do you know how to use this da? You know, this da is not the da for possession, right? Look at the da that's here. Kaixin da. Can you see
da.
this da? That's
da.
Here.
Yes.
Maybe let me explain to you guys and all my audience. Please, zishiting, listen carefully, guys. Remember the other da is the da for possession, showing apostrophe S. John's, Tabitha's, today's newspaper, right? Today's apostrophe S, the other da, to show possession, belonging. But this is a different kind of da. And if you guys can look at my screen, it's a different character. It's a different character. Now, this character in English, we call it, we say it's the ly, right? Ly. When you say happily, when you say strongly, I strongly advise you. So it shows the manner of doing something, how something was done. It is not possession. So when you say kaishinda, happily or joyfully. So ting kaishinda da 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 xie. Please receive these happily or with joy. Receive them joyfully. Receive them happily. So whenever like you get a word and then it has the da afterwards, it means that action is done in that way. So happily, joyfully, strongly. Any other? Quickly, slowly. So that ly is represented by this word da, and this da will come after. So if it's quickly, you will say the word quick. So what's Zamashua quick?
Kwai.
So you'll say kwai da. Okay.
Kwai da.
Yes. So if it's slow, Zamashua slow.
Man.
So you'll say man
da.
So if I say man da, sure, eat slowly.
Aye.
Yes. So this da is used to show happily, right? It shows the ly. Fei Chang Hao. So Jishuba. So that's what was written there on the note. And then what was also there on the note? Hayo.
Furthermore, 还有就是furthermore, 我们 is us. 我们 lia 这个 lia is for two.
Yes, two.
lia 见面 to meet 见面. Then we have the da for possessive. 地点 location. Her and D2 is map.
So what was there on the paper? Vala Tabitha?
还有 like furthermore, like we meet.
我们俩见面的地点。见面的地点。
Like the place we've met.
The place we will meet, rather. We will meet. So iko na the location of where to meet him and the what? and the D2.
And the D2.
Yes, and the D2, we said D2 shishama.
Map, it's a map.
It's a map. So on the paper, imeandikwa those two words, alafu iko na the location of where to meet them, and like a tiny map in case you don't know how to reach. In case you don't know how to reach there, kuna ka map of how you're going to reach.
So Leah is for like the second time, like where we will meet for the second time.
Leah means like together, watu wawili kwa wawili. So when you say womenlia is like sisi wawili.
Okay.
Sisi wawili. So womenlia tienien sisi wawili kwenye tutakuta. So
in the map
is the location, and then it has the chora kama. So guys, please write for me in the chats. Huyu msee kama ni Mkenya ni lugha gani? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Please write for me in the chats. Huyu msee kama ni Mkenya. This ka gentleman. Ni lugha gani? What do you guys think? Okay. And then Jen says, Wadetiena Thailand manla.
Yeah.
Wadetiena. Nikita Wadetiena Shamayisa. Wadetiena. Wadetiena. So you see this da is the da for possession. So guys, please look here at this da. Look at the character for this da for possession that we were talking about. Da for possession. And then look at this other da for the ly. You can see they are very different characters. Very different characters. How? So you know what Wadetiena? Do you know what Wadetiena means? Wadetiena means OMG.
Like, oh my God. Oh my God.
That's what Wadetiena means. Wadetiena means OMG. OMG. Yes, that's Wadetiena. Now, I know you guys mmezoea kusema gender. Now I've given you another exclamation. Now you can say Wadetiena, OMG. Wadetiena. Then Tai Langmanla. So we said Langman shi romantic. So oh my God, so romantic. Oh my God, so romantic. And then he said Kashi. Remember we said Kashi means but. Kashi ni meyo cha, but hauna gari. Asa wewe umepewa hadi location. But you don't have a car. Kashi ni meyo cha, but you don't have a car. Let's see how this story unfolds. Let's see what's going to happen. Now Mali, read. Remember, hauna gari. Let's try and decipher what Mary says.
Ta is he. Zheng Hao, we have said Zheng Hao is precisely.
Yani kwa hiyo tu, kwa hiyo bahati. Did what? He da. And remember what?
Da hao che la. A good car.
Bushi a good car. Now let's decipher this meaning, okay? What does when I say da cha, what does da cha shamayisa? Da cha. Now if I say da dian hua,
to give a call.
To make a call, right? To make a call, right? To make a call. Yes, da dian hua is to make a call. So da that's the because dian hua is the call, right? So da is the action of making the call, okay?
Action of
so making. When I say da cha, it's to call a car.
To call a car.
So when you're ordering like an Uber, you can say wo da cha. I'm calling a car, right?
Yeah.
Calling a car. So da cha, da is the da for da dian hua. So da cha is to call a gari. Yes, to call a gari, maybe for hire or something. So da how, and remember when you put how afterwards, it's just to show that you have done that thing well and satisfactorily, right? If you say 做好饭, 做好饭, it's like you cooked well, right? Ulipika, happy with what you cooked, right?
Yeah.
If you say 买好, 我买好新的 tissue. 我买好新的 tissue. I bought a new t-shirt, but it shows that to you, that was good. Like you were satisfied with what you bought. So 打好茶真好打好茶啦。
四指。
So first of all, I want you to just 你再说一遍 from here. 打好茶啦。
他正好打好车啦。
什么意思? I want you to try now and decipher it yourself. Like just express it. Yes, express what it means.
我觉得意思 like he has like he called a car, like he ordered a car for you.
Exactly. Like he had called a car, he had ordered a car. So you see, here we are using 正好, because she was like, "Kai, now you are na gari." Gari. Kumbe, just precisely solution. 正好有茶, right?
Yeah.
Chala. That's why you're using this word, 正好, because this person did not have a car. That's how you say, I'm orderia nini?
Gari.
Okay, now let's.
Hey.
Then Siji does what?
Siji Joshua driver.
Fei Chang Ha.
Xiao is to smile, to laugh. Then this Ja is like in this hapa hivi imetumika kaile ya ing. Xiao Ja smiling. Zhang to stand. Che ka pangbian. Pangbian is beside. So the driver was standing beside the car smiling.
So you can imagine unakuja unapata flowers, unapata kachai, and then you're like, hey, kuna kitu. Unaangalia gari, then ala gari ndio hiyo.
The driver
ana smile. Wase mniambie mse ni wa tribe gani? Mimi hawana know.
Tai Lang man.
Very romantic, eh? Very romantic. I would ask Tabby to tell me which name. I want you to please tell me which tribe this person is from. Me, I want to know. And then Jen asks, Nimenkan Shama. So this was supposed to be Nimenkan La Shama, because this is talking about the first day, things that have already passed. So Dwebuti, I got the La. So Nimenkan La Shama or Nimenkan Shamala. Okay? Nimenkan Shamala. So what did you guys do? So unajua Jen, unaona Jen venye ni ka busy body ni ka gossip guy, right?
Yes, very.
To the T anashanga we. Hata anajiuliza yeye hajaipata msemo yanafanyanga hivyo.
Oh my God.
Hapo like hey, haya na alafu mkaenda mkafanyaje? Mnafanya nini? Nimenka Shamala, what did you guys do? Here I didn't write for you the meanings of this Nini. Solo. Okay, in the next ones at least I wrote. So you'll read and then I'll tell you what it is. Okay? Make sure. I'll put it down when I'm sending you guys the definition.
Ting.
Now, ting, Josh, to stop. To stop. Yes, to stop. Kusimama. Stop. So if you're moving and then you ting, okay? Ting. Now, let me tell you something about this ting. You can even say, 我的手表ting la. My watch, man. My watch, mama. 我的手表ting la. Ting la. So ting ni ku stop. Okay?
Stop.
The next one.
Juan.
Now, Juan is to change. I think we've done this before. To change, kubadilisha.
Yeah.
Kubadilisha. So if I say like Juan Yifu, to change
clothes.
Change clothes, right? Juan Shouji, to change phones. Yes. So Juan ni kubadilisha.
Dayi.
Good job. You can see it's a fourth tone and then a first tone. So da means big, right? And then yi is the yi for yifu. The yi for yifu. So a big cloth. So this is an overcoat. And you get like those big overcoats. Those like a big jacket. Those big overcoats. That's a da yi. Okay. Da yi.
New 仔裤. New 仔裤.
非常好. New 仔裤. New 仔裤. Now you know 裤子. What's a 裤子?
裤子 is a trouser.
Is a trouser. Now, 牛仔裤 is jeans.
Jeans.
Jeans. Yes. So that's how you say jeans. 牛仔裤. 非常好. 牛仔裤. So 你喜欢牛仔裤吗？
我非常喜欢。
我不喜欢牛仔裤。
为什么？
Like them because 我觉得牛仔裤非常不舒服，非常难受。Remember, 难受 means uncomfortable. 非常难受 or 不舒服。舒服 is comfortable. You can say 不舒服 or 难受。So 我不喜欢，我觉得我认为牛仔裤非常不舒服。
真的。哎。
When I get to the house, I take them up and I throw them huko.
真是有意思。
Read the other one.
吃饭。
非常好。吃饭就是 it's like extremely. Now you guys know so many words for meaning extremely or very.
Yes.
And 非常
太.
Now you can also add this one. 吃饭. So 吃饭 also means extremely. And then
爬山,
that one you know.
Yeah.
爬山是什么?
To climb a mountain.
To hike, right? To hike. 非常好. Now this one's at least I had put them for you. I don't know why I forgot the first one. 空气. 空气就是 atmosphere. 空气. Atmosphere. 非常好.
凉快. Nice and cool.
非常好.
脚 is foot.
The foot. 非常好.
感动.
Yes. 感动
to be moved.
Now, guys, it does not mean to be moved. Come a ban. You are to umetolewa from here to another place. Okay? This one is in the feelings, okay? Baby umesikia kangoma, ikakutouch kwa roho, ukaanza kulia. Or you watched a movie and something unaona mtu analia. Imekugandong, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe somebody gives a speech and it just inspires you. It moves you. Inakumove kwa roho. Inakugusa. Ili kugusa mtu rohoni. Yo gandong. Gandong joshe kugusa. To move.
三观.
非常好. 三观就是
to visit.
To visit. To visit. And then
永远.
非常好. 永远就是
forever.
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 Milele.
海边is coast or seaside.
The coast, eh? Coast, Haibian. So like Mombasa, she Haibian ma. Haibian. Yes, maybe it's the beach, right?
Yeah.
Haibian. So maybe when you're at the beach, you can say what's Haibian. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Tui is leg.
Leg. Leg. So let's continue with this story.
Hey.
Now we can see Mali has something very long. Sasa made a date, right? Sasa gari imekuja nini and then Jen was like, what did you guys do? Such tuone nani akichapa tu sasa mpaka ka story akikumbuka tu what they did.
Yeah.
What they did. So Mali, do is ya
司机带我到 Kerio 停车以后，我在停车场马上看了 Mark， 他正好换了衣服，那时候他的大衣白色的，牛仔裤也黑色的，十分好看。我们一起去爬山了。Yeah.
And then Jen is like, passion? Zamayang. Now, let's try and decipher now what happened in this cadet. What Mali said, what Mary said they did on this date. So, let's go. So every time you get a full stop, you explain what they did, right?
Yeah. Siju is driver. Dai is like to move or to go. It's to move.
To take, right? Could take to bring along.
To bring along. Wo I dao up to Kerio. So the driver took me up to Kerio.
So this place is called Kerio.
Yeah. Ting is to stop. Ting to stop the car. Iho after.
So when you say ting cha, yes, to stop the car, it can also mean to park. To park the car.
To park.
Yes. So it can also mean to stop the car. Ting cha. So stopping the car iho.
我爱在 in or at 停车 that is to stop the car still. Wait.
Now, Ting Cha Chang. Remember, Chang is a field. Chang is a field, right? So, Ting Cha parking lot. Yes. Ting Cha Chang is parking lot. Pei Chang. Yes.
Ma Shang is immediately kan la Mark. Oh, to see Mark. So okay. So after after parking the car, when I was in the parking lot, I immediately saw Mark. He 正好 precisely 换了衣服. One tumesema ni to change.
Kubadilisha, yes.
So is it he immediately changed?
Remember Zheng Hao, we said it's like
precisely.
Just right, like kwa bahati mzuri or like nini. You remember the last time alikuwa anapenda kwa sababu ya nini? He's young.
He's younger.
Yes. He's young again. Lauren, young. Like style. Kama ya mse mzee.
Yeah.
But right now, badilisha nguo.
Thank God. Oh, yes. What a Tiana. Hey.
The Tiana, okay. He's changed his clothes. And now what was he wearing?
Nashiho. So he tada dai. Now with the character. Then Shiho.
Nashiho. That time.
Tadadai, his overcoat. Bais is white. It was
white.
like very white.
Yes, it was very white. Like,
White.
right?
Yeah,
It was very white.
New 仔裤 牛仔裤 said jeans 牛仔裤 yeah also haze that black, like they were really black. So at that time his overcoat was very white and his jeans were very black. Shofan extremely Haukan, like he was looking very good.
Shofan Haukan.
Then woman asked each is together to go Pashan mountain climbing. Then we went mountain climbing.
So ude amechelewa kutoka kwao na driver amepelekwa hadi view, right?
Yeah.
View. Gari kisimama tu hivi akikuwa hapo kwa parking lot anapata nani? Mark wake ndio huyo hapo. Anapata mark wake ndio huyo hapo. Amekutoa hapo anamngojea. This time he's not wearing Lauren Daifu. He's wearing a very nice white overcoat and very black jeans, right?
Yeah.
And then now this lady Mali is like, makeup.
Poa.
And then so Tamen iti to Pashan. So they both of them went wakaenda hiyo hiking. Ndio wakaenda hiyo hiking. Hiyo date sasa. And then Jen is like, Pashan mountain climbing. Zamayan. How was
it?
Baisa, she's second tone, ma. She's second tone.
Baisa, yeah, I think it's
Debuchi. So guys, this by
it's second tone.
It's a second tone. I guess I wrote the wrong tone. So by for white is second tone. Baisa da. By so it's a second tone. Bushi third tone.
Oh, the one for that tone is 100.
Yes. Okay. Feichang Hao. Okay, so let's finish this story. Let's finish today's story. So Nani Jen ameuliza Pashan Zamayan, how was it? Now, Mali, you read first, so let's enact it first and then now we explain what it is, right?
难受空吃 okay, there's some parts I can't see. 2块多了 2块多了 不过爬山让我的教堂腿也疼
如果你没喜欢那个约会，你为什么接受它了？
重要是行为虽然我没喜欢我们的约会他的行为真的感动我
非常好。So let's decipher this what Mali said.
难受 难受
You know what 难受 means? And I've even literally just said it now, I believe.
Oh, yes.
About Niu Zai Ku.
Yeah, I believe you have said 难受.
难受 is the same as 不舒服.
Oh, yeah, 不舒服. Uncomfortable.
非常好 uncomfortable. So how was mountain climbing? Uncomfortable. So why was it 难受?
空气 is atmosphere.
The atmosphere was?
凉快是什么？凉快
we said it's nice and cool. Right?
Nice and cool.
Nice and cool, right?
So the atmosphere was very nice and cool.
Yes, it was very nice.
But Pashan but mountain climbing 让我 caused 我的脚疼 caused my feet to ache. 脚 is foot.
Yes, 脚 is foot, and then 腿
is leg.
Yes.
腿 is leg. 腿也疼. So leg also ache.
So she said it was uncomfortable. So the atmosphere was very nice and cool, right? It was nice and cool. But your mountain climbing, it made her foot ache, and it also made her leg hurt, okay? Yes, it made her foot and her leg hurt. And then Jen is like, Ruguo. Guys, remember we said Ruguo is if. Ruguo ni 没喜欢那个约会. Remember last time we said 约会就是 date, a date. Now, if you did not like the date, then 你为什么接受他了? Why did you accept him? Mbona ulikubali umse? If you didn't like the date, mbona ulimkubali? Remember we said 接受 is to accept. To accept. Do you remember when we were talking about 足球比赛? 足球比赛. When we were talking about 足球比赛, we said you need to accept the results. You need to accept the results. 接受. So 接受就是 to accept. So 如果你没喜欢那个约会, if you didn't like that date, 你为什么? 为什么 means why. 你为什么接受他了? Why did you accept this guy? Why did you accept him? And then what did Mali say? What did Mary say?
重要 is important. 是行为 behavior. We said that last time was behavior.
Behavior 非常好.
行为虽然
So what is important? So when you get the full stop.
His behavior was important.
No. It's like telling somebody, like this is 重要的, 对不起. Here in the look at the hands. I wrote 重要的. So here I'm supposed to add the 的. 重要的是行为, okay? 重要的是行为. So when you say that 重要的, yes.
What was important was the behavior.
Exactly. What was important was the behavior. 重要的是行为. What was important was the behavior. So 虽然就是 although
I 没喜欢 although I didn't like it. 我的 like although I didn't like our date, 我的约会 is our date. 他的行为 tada is he, then the da for possessive behavior, his behavior. 真的 is really 感到我 like moved me, his behavior moved me. He was a gentleman.
It's touched her. He was a gentleman, and the way he behaved really just made her like it can move, right? 感动他了, right? It really moved her.
Wow. This guy.
His behavior moved her. Okay. So, and then Jen now is asking, so let's enact the last slide. Okay. 现在你们的生活怎么样？
挺好的，我们的爱是永远的。
今年的周年你们有什么打算？
我们想参观北京的上海。
北京和北京。
北京let me say it again. 我们想参观。我们想参观北京和上海。我们一起去海边玩。Nice.
非常好. So now I decipher what Jen says. So Jen says, 现在 means now. now. 现在你们的生活怎么样? Now, guys, we've said this word 生活 so many times. I believe you guys know this word 生活 by now. So, 生活 means life, maisha. So, 现在你们的生活, you know, 现在 right now, how is your life? So, guys, you know, 怎么样 means how is. So, if I ask you, 你怎么样? How are you? How are you? So, 现在你们的生活怎么样? So, right now, how is your life? Because remember, we said this was 10 years ago. This, right, that because they're celebrating their 10-year anniversary. So, Historia, this first date was 10 years ago.
Yeah,
so
10 years
then
ago.
Asking, then how is your life now? And what does Mary say?
挺好的，挺好的。老师啊，这个挺啊什么意思？挺
ting is also another word to mean it's like hen or feijang, okay? It's like hen or feijang. Now if I ask you, 你怎么样? You can say 挺好的. 挺好的. I'm quite okay. I'm good, right? I'm good. 挺好的. 挺好的, quite, rather, right? 挺好的.
Very good. Huh?
And you can see this is a third tone, but the one for ting for stopping, the second tone, right?
Yeah.
Second tone. So 挺好的.
我们的爱 like our love 我们的爱 is our love 是 is 永远 is forever our love is forever. Why these people are making me jealous.
So 他们的爱是永远的. So their love is forever. So please guys type in the chats. 你相信永远的爱吗? 你相信永远的爱吗? So maybe Tabitha, you can tell me first. 你相信永远的爱吗?
Wait, no comment. 老师
Guys, remember 相信, we've said this word 相信 a lot. And 相信 means to believe. So 你相信永远的爱吗? Do you believe in like
love forever?
These days, in this
these days.
In this Kanaibo, is there anything like 永远的爱吗?
It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie.
Sauti Sol alisema siku hizi vitu ni sinia. Anyway, songa mbele.
Maybe in our fumu that time. 但是 these days not no.
So you see Mary is saying that love is 永远的，他们的爱是永远的。How? Okay, so okay, then Jen says 今年 means this year. Remember when we were talking about the story for 20 New Year, we saw where the word nian comes from that beast. You remember?
Yeah.
That beast. So nian means year. So 今年 this year. 今年的周年 this years. Remember we said da is the possession to show apostrophe s. Today's. So this is this year's anniversary. This year's anniversary. Nimen yo shamadaswan. What plans do you guys have? But now look at my hands. I purposely wrote the hands in something different because I wrote in the hands I've written 今年的周年你们打算做什么? Now you can say it means the same thing. 你们有 remember 有 is to have. 你们有什么打算? What plans do you have? But you can also say 你们打算做什么? You guys plan to do what? Both is the same. So 你们打算做. Remember 做 is to do. So 你们有什么打算? What plans do you guys have? Or 你们打算做什么? Or what do you guys plan to do? And then what does Mary say about what they're planning to do for this year's 周年?
我们 as 想 is to want. 餐馆 is it 餐馆？餐馆 to visit. Beijing, He, that He is and Shanghai. So they want to visit Beijing and Shanghai.
So guys, I only took these two now. For guys, please write for me in the chat. Ni Men Xiang, Sanguan, Nali. Where do you guys want to visit? Which places do you guys want to visit? Or Ni Men Xiang, Sanguan, Nagadifang. Ni Men Xiang, Sanguan, Nagadifang. Which places do you guys want to visit? For me, I wrote this Beijing and Shanghai because when I was little. 我喜欢一个电影叫Shanghai Noon. Have you guys watched Shanghai Noon?
I have heard of it.
There was this movie called Shanghai Noon. So 我看了一个电影. I watched a movie called Shanghai Noon. So that's why I wrote this word Shanghai here. And then this Beijing. I also watched another movie called Bodyguard from Beijing. What is it called? Bodyguard from Beijing? Something like that. Something like that. So that's why I chose these two places. But you guys can let me know on the charts. Nimen Xiang, Sanguan, Nagadifang, which places have you always wanted to visit? Maybe Tabitha, you can go woman. Ni Xiang, Sanguan, Nagadifang.
我想参观新加坡，还有 Tokyo， 还有意大利。不同的地方。
Father, you was not even Bhutan. Yours is just Soyoda.
Yes， 所有的地方。但是我喜欢 Europe。和 Asia, yes.
So they want to visit Beijing and Shanghai. And the last statement, what does they say in the last statement?
我们一起去. So us together go 海边玩, like seaside war is to play. So
we go
to the seaside to play.
Exactly,
then
to
go
the coast.
To the seaside together to play.
To the seaside, to the beach.
To
play. To the beach. So they want to go to the beach to play. Now, war is to play or to have fun, okay? To have fun. They want to go to the beach to have fun. They want to go to the beach to have fun. 非常好. So 你们可以告诉我，你们喜欢海边吗? Do you like 海边? 你喜欢海边吗?
我不去过海边，所以
我没去过。
Oh, it's me. Yes, 我没去过海边。
你应该去。So guys, thank you so much. Thank you for seeing this story about Jane and Mary. So I'm okay. So
Then
so we can see the development of where they came from, of how they met, how they had their first date, and how it made Mary change her mind about him, and how Akam to Bali, they got married. Now they're married for 10 years. So you can tell us in the chats, have you ever celebrated a Jonian? Have you ever celebrated an anniversary? Have you ever celebrated a Jonian? Have you ever celebrated an anniversary? It doesn't have to be an anniversary for relationships. It could be an anniversary for anything. I don't know any anniversary. If so, please let us know what anniversary you have celebrated. But for today, I'm very glad you guys joined us for the end of this story. Fei Chang Hao. Now, guys, as we said, the aim of this is we have already learned how to make sentences, like 1 sentence, 2 sentences. But I would love you now to develop a bit further and now come up with a flow of a story. Now, I may not be Shay, who is like your best writer in the world. I may not be Wala bin Wala. I may not be Ngugi wa Thiong'o. I may not be Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I may not be those person who is so creative. I'm not a writer, right? But at least like try to get a good flow of a story. Move from one sentence to another, to another, to another. So I would like us to do this a little, and then maybe I can give you guys to try and make your own stories, and then you can send it to us and we look at it and give you some small corrections. Now, remember that all the information to our center is always in the description box of all our videos. So if you're interested, you can try and write something and send it to the email and let us take a look. Now that you guys have seen kind of an example, a sample of ideally how ideas would flow, of how sentences would go from one sentence to another, why don't you give it a try yourself? Why don't you give it a try and tell us a short story about anything? Pick a topic and let us look at it, and let us give you small corrections here and there where you need. So again, if you're interested in learning Chinese Mandarin, you guys are welcome to send us a message. You are welcome to come to the center, make any inquiries that you need. And for now, Yoentima, do you guys have any questions? Tabitha, do you have access to the YouTube? Maybe I can try and check.
Yeah.
Maybe I can check if there's any Debuti. Maybe I can check if there's any. Oh, Valerie says that tribe is a Luo. Why is it a Luo? Why do you guys think it's a Luo? Okay, that guy is a Luo. Okay, okay, Feichang. Feichang. Now, Maldives. Now, Maldives, Shishama.
It's a place.
It's a place called Maldives. Oh,
Maldives. Huh? Is it
okay,
Maldives or Bujidao?
I don't know where this place that somebody's saying. And Patanisha is asking how to join this live. So let me give information about this live. Patanisha, thank you for your inquiry. So guys, remember that we have this live every single Thursday at 1 p.m. And this is the channel. So anytime you want to join the live, please just make sure that on Friday at 1 p.m. you have your paper, you have your pen, and you're ready to come and learn this Chinese language for free. So 1 p.m. sharp every single Friday. Always have a good live for you guys. So if you have any topics that you want us maybe to cover, you can comment down in the comments section below, and we will create content towards the same. But otherwise, every single Friday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Kenyan time. 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Kenyan time, we have the YouTube lives here on Discovery Chinese Cultural Class. So if you want to join the live, you are more than welcomed. However, if you're talking about the Zoom, then you can also make the inquiries via the information down in the description box. So thank you guys for all your comments, all your inquiries. Keep them coming. So for today, I think we're going to, okay. I can see Debbie telling me Laoshi Maldives is an island. Oh, unaona kuna watu wengine sisi wenye hatujai toka hii Kenya, tunakuja tu kujionyesha huku kwa hii YouTube.
Watu wametembea.
Ponyo venye huyo Mark alisponyo huyo dem manze. Niende Maldives. Okay then guys, share that. Yeah, do you guys remember how to say goodbye? Zai jian. So guys, see you again next week, same time, same place. Thank you. Please consider subscribing, liking, dropping a comment down below, and following us on all our other social media platforms. So for now, guys, see you next time. See you next week. Zai jian. Tabitha. Zai jian.